At this point in time, Team Amazon leads in the After Hours Gaming League semifinal number 1. Therefore, Storm8 must step it up or fall behind. And what a better map to test your mettle upon than Whirlwind SE, spawning in the top left-hand position. If he played any race but Terran, it would be really dumb. From Team Storm8, it is Terran! Clap, 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 clap. And down in the bottom right, from Team Amazon, you may have played Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat, but have you played Amazon's The Rage Cage? He even has bigger sunglasses, more muscles, knows more kung fu, and has starred in bigger movies. The Rage Cage. At this point in time, the goal of the Rage Cage is going to be to win, allowing his team to step to 3-1. Storm8 has a similar goal. Terran wants to win, but only to tie it up. Map is going to be Whirlwind SE, open map, huge threats from Ling Baneling blasts up in here, Ling Baneling blasts up here, and up in here. The ramps are nice and wide, as are my eyes, in disbelief that Storm8 is this far. Storm8 2-5 in the regular season. Amazon 5-2 in the regular season, falling second place in their division only to the inimitable Microsoft, the champions of AHGL Season 1. Rage Cage gonna do the standard early expand, and oh my god, I visit Terran's base for the same reason I visit France, for the cheese. Looks like we have an early refinery going down, and if I remember correctly, Terran has used a variety of very aggressive strategies throughout his AHGL career. Team Storm8. Terran really needs to get in the zone. At this point in time, one Marine getting produced. Looks like it's going to be a factory-based opening. Where will it be? B. Calling it. Overlord not really going to get any useful scouting information. This is one of the weirdnesses of Whirlwind. Very uncommon to have 4-player maps in StarCraft 2. Generally, if there's a map with 4 starting positions, your opponent can only be in 1 or 2 of them, such as Antigua Shipyard, where it's always cross-map. But here, on Whirlwind SE, any of those 4 positions, so you have to play somewhat in the dark. Second barracks en route, incoming. Gonna be a tech lab. Wow, 2 barracks right at the start. Terran really wants to do some noise bringing right away if he's wanting to go barracks, refinery, barracks, add-on. Ooh, Rage Cage doing a little bit of interesting things. He's going to be getting the evolution chamber up very swiftly. Now, if this were Wings of Liberty, he might do it because he's worried about a Banshee getting in there at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But because it's Heart of the Swarm, it's going to be an upgrade. Ooh, fierce Zerglings. I actually have not really seen this sort of play before. This is going to be a very interesting question. What's going to happen when +1 Lings encounter... Oh! He sees it all! He spots it. Oh my god, Terran's base is wide open. Oh my gosh. Terran's been completely spotted. The Rage Cage, in my eyes, has a weird choice because right now, this factory from Terran indicates that he's actually trying to tech all the way up to medevacs, doing some sort of medevac marine push. Essentially, if you look at Terran's base, it's the exact same thing as a Terran who early expanded, minus the command center. You can support 3 barracks and a limited amount of medevac production off 1 base, but you can't really do much else, so this is kind of a delayed 1 base all in. It's very, very tough to follow through with this. There is the starport. Wow, yeah, look at that. Marines popping out. He'll be starting combat shields soon enough down there. The Rage Cage getting up Queens, which is all the rage. Getting the plus speed. He needs to be doing some spotting right now. It's going to be a very odd interaction. Now, I have seen the sorts of 1 basing plays from Marine King Prime. Ooh, look at that Widow Mine. Ooh, it's a Widow Mine. I've seen this sort of 1 basing play from players like Marine King Prime against Zerg. I've seen this sort of play from Lenok before. Or excuse me, not Lenok, Lucira before. 2 Zerg players with the letter L. Like, there's a difference. You have seen his fast +1 melee there, but I just have not seen them playing against each other. It's going to be very unclear how this is going to pan out, but regardless, it's going to be awesome. He really has got to start the combat shield upgrade. And so he does. Now it looks like the Rage Cage is feeling genuinely confused. What on earth is coming at me? I'm going to have to defend against everything, because right now I'm clearly ahead in bases, but am I even ahead in income? No. Looks like not really that far ahead, just by about 150 a minute. Moving out to take the expansion. A little bit dangerous. That's why we like to play that James Bond type music. Terran could move out and do some serious hurt. He could do some damage. It could be some serious damage. Rage Cage. Only just now getting his additional geyser up. The Rage Cage saving up some gas. He has suspicions. Mass Zergling incoming. Command Center incoming. Terran needs to make a move. Terran, you need to do some move making. He's going for the engineering bay. The Zerg is soon going to sweep way ahead. Oh my god. He's loaded up. He sprinted away. Bon voyage, say the two Terran players. Terran's sneaking on in. Is he going to go straight for the main base? He will run right by this expansion. He's going to be dropping at the backside by the Overlord. Lings and Banelings are there. Combat Shield is done. Concussive Shell is done. He's going to be going Biomine transition. It's the only thing that would be indicated by this formation. +1 also coming. Layer en route for the Rage Cage. Uh-oh, Rage Cage may have gotten a little complacent. He's gone back to droning. Not a problem. Feeling good. But there it is, the drop. The drop to end all drops. The drop of doom and terror and other things awful. And where's the stim? Where's the burrow on the mine? He needs to burrow the mine. Get out of there! He burrows the mine. That mine is so stupid! That is the dumbest mine in America! I can't believe it, that mine! Oh my god! Bottom 25th percentile on SAT's mine could have had the killer blow on the Banelings, you're kidding! Storm8's Terran, dejected, burrows the mine somewhere more useful by buildings. That mine is a total jerk. It looks like the Rage Cage has his spotting on point, wants to have everything covered. The mine needs to not detonate on something useless. Ooh, a nice connection. But taken out it gets. Some nice harassment thus far by Terran. Just needs to ensure that he doesn't lose those medevacs, and overall should be about a plus EV exchange. Zerg has lost a little bit more, and starting to lose his mind as well. Baneling speed going down, plus Carapace. Couple more shots get planted. Needs to not lose the medevac. Oh gosh, just don't. Anything but the medevac. Run! Run, get out of there! You're kidding me! Oh my god. A well played harassment by Terran, giving me heart palpitations live on air. Those poor Marines, honestly, this is what it feels like to fly Delta. Up in the north position, Terran getting ready to saturate that expansion, continuing to produce mines and medevacs and other things. Rage Cage, not really good saturation right now at 43 workers. Fortunately, Terran has not really been keeping up with his own Marine production, largely because that orbital command was so thoroughly delayed. But right now, +1 attacks, +2, or +1 attacks, +1 Carapace already done. He's able to start the +2/+2. Muta's coming out. Ling Baneling stockpiling up. And the pneumatized Carapace will be there to join up with everything. Here is the strip of having not seen anything. Just going out, the Bermuda strip right there. Mutalisks making their way up to the north side. Now this Overseer can see some Widow mineage, but does it see these ones? It's kind of an important question. A single Mine Blast could really let Terran step far ahead in this game. I mean, right now, Terran does have a lead, 110 supply to 108 supply. It's not a convincing lead, but it is a lead nonetheless. Hellbat's being produced as well. Sort of biomech mixture. +2/+2 is going to be started soon. God, I want more mines to connect with things. I love mines. They're my favorite thing to watch. Now, with this layer being turned into a hive this early, Rage Cage is signaling that he wants to go Ultralisks. He's getting the Zergling upgrades. He only has 5 Mutalisks. Very, very low Mutalisk count. Just enough to help him manage some speed medevac play. But I'm really worried about some of these Zerglings engagements. Unless the Banelings connect big, this biomine, this biomech force is going to be doing so much hurt. These mines should really be getting out into the battlefield. They need to be getting up into the battlefield. 2 Hellions en route. 2 more barracks coming up. +2/+2. Not yet started. Rage Cage. Getting ready. Rage Cage. I love saying your name, Rage Cage. I hope you name your son Nicholas. In the meantime, Terran starting to move out. Does have those 3 Hellbats. Enough to be able to do a little bit of damage. Looks like whenever Terran controls the watchtower, this creep is there to ensure that it's kind of gross. Marine medevac. Oh my gosh. Does he see it? Does he see it? Does he see it? Can he see it? Oh, there's hints. There's just a whisper of a Terran attack. Just the gracing of it. Oh, the Hellbats at the front doing some nice damage, but the Banelings are the real worry. Can he eliminate the majority of those? No! No, he can't. The Rage Cage. The Rage Cage with 5 Mutalisks. Got the engage gauge that he needed. Ultralisk now popping out right now. All them ups joining on in. Hellbat. Marines being produced 7 at a time. The supply depots are much like Terran at this point. They've been depressed. Storm8. Terran, trying to gather together his Widow Mines. Needs to step into the fray, but the real issue is, can he begin stutter stepping versus all of those Ultralisks? Rage Cage now about to saturate. 4 bases, +2/+2 versus nearly done +3/+3 adrenal glands coming up. But Terran is going to be continuing to expand. Now there is a little bit of moisture on the ground that will prevent him from landing until it all dries up. The Hellbats are there with their totally awesome arm shields. I imagine having a shield against a gun is useful. Rage Cage might be able to do a return counter puke. I don't know. Rage Cage. More Ultralisk coming out. It's a fairly straightforward play right now for Rage Cage. The danger is that he's too low on Zerglings and can't do the wraparound, the Zerg hug. Sweeping everything close together so those Ultra Kaiser Blades can deal all the damage. Rage Cage losing the Overlord. Terran establishing control. Uh-oh, a scan. What does he see? Nice scan on that army. He needs to avoid the Banelings. And he does do a great job of eliminating those Banelings. He's trying to pull around and get some good shots off on the Ultralisk, but my god, those things kill stuff fast! Oh my gosh! Get out of there! The Marauder count a little bit too low, and now with +3/+3 finishing on up, Team Amazon is looking great! The hug wasn't even necessarily needed! And now a single planetary fortress hanging out like Johnny 5. Trying to do his best to fit on in. Amazon's the Rage Cage. Sweeping around. Ripping that planetary fortress down in a matter of seconds. Terran realizes he's going to need a lot of Marauders to be able to hold off this many Ultralisks. But the Rage Cage pulls back. Oh no. Oh man. The Rage Cage. Rage Cage doing the most brutal, cruel, and sophisticated of long-term plays, the starvation. Why attack when you can wait for your opponent to attack? Rage Cage covering every base. Absolutely everywhere he can. The Zerg player, much like most of my friends on New Year's Eve, he is just puking everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And doing his best to cover these sorts of counterattacks. As we see Storm8's Terran move down in this semi-final match, Terran trying to find some opening to get in there and deal some damage, but a couple of Mutalisks are there. Oh my gosh, there's bodies everywhere. The invasion was not a success. Widow Mines back home might be the only thing. At what cost? How can he manage to step in? At this point in time, there's really not that much that the Zerg player can actually end up doing to fall that far behind. So the question is, will he make any sort of blunder? Will he try to engage and take a whole bunch of damage from these said Widow Mines? AHGL doing his best to reestablish control of an expansion, but it's his main command center. Ugh. Gross. So at this point in this position, Terran really needs to begin getting those mines into a nice spot. But with this Overseer there, maybe he can pick that off. All the Widow Mines are burrowing right now. Oh, and the Changeling. Oh, the Changeling. Changelings are going to absorb a lot of these hits. Uh-oh, retreat. Retreat is going to pull back across the mines. Some huge hits land. But the Baneling count too high. The Ultra count too high. Terran in a lot of trouble. Did his best to do maximum damage with that Widow Mine drop at the start, but the worst Widow Mine in the entire universe wasn't going to let him have it. Another command center going down right now. There's really no opportunity to land. The Widow Mines have done some pretty nice damage. Ultralisk regathering, 14 more Mutalisks being added to the fray because it looks like Zerg players starting to recognize that Terran's making mostly mines and marauders. Oh my gosh. The trail of blue never ends. Rage Cage swinging on in. Knocking them all down. Rage Cage. Is he bringing his mines? Oh my gosh. Where are the mines? The mines. Where are the mines defending the third? Oh no. There's 4 dudes against an army. And everything from Rage Cage waltzes right up into the front. What do you harass when your whole base is dying? Mines attempt to burrow. Don't even do it. At the expansion, poor pack of mines, unable to do much but just sit there. The drop is killed off a spine crawler. Good very game, says Terran. That does mean that Team Amazon brings it to match point. Right now, Team Amazon leads the series 3-1. If they close it out here, they will advance to the Grand Finals. Held at a live event down in Santa Monica at the Red Bull HQ, because the After Hours Gaming League is sponsored by Red Bull Gaming. The Rage Cage held down boss mode. Can his ally do the same? Or will Storm8 mark the beginnings of the comeback? Stay tuned.